Hello everyone, welcome to video lectures. Myself Manjala Kavita, working as assistant professor in electronics and communication engineering, St. Martin's Engineering College. Today I would like to discuss about the PN junction diode and what is the PN junction diode and how it will be formed and what is the formation of depletion region, working principle of the PN junction diode and voltage and current characteristics of the PN junction diode under the forward bias condition and reverse bias condition, and we'll see the some of the few applications. At the end of the section we are able to understand these parameters. Let us see into the what is diode. So diode is nothing but it is a two-terminal semiconductor device which acts like a switch and it is formed with the semiconductor material. Before going to see about this one, first we have to know what is diode, how it will be manufactured. The diode is nothing but it is a diode is nothing but two-terminal device which is made up of with the semiconductor material. We have to know what is semiconductor material. Basically, all the materials which are classified into three types. The materials available in the nature are classified into three types. One is the conductors, and second one is the insulators, and third one is the semiconductors. What is mean by conductor? Conductor is nothing but the materials which allows the flow of current through it is called the conductor. And the good examples for the conductor is the copper and aluminum. And insulators. What is insulator means the materials which does not allow the flow of the current through it is called the insulators. Insulators means examples for the insulators are the glass, rubber, etc. And semiconductors. The name itself indicates the semiconductors properties or lies between the conductors and the insulators. And the good examples for the semiconductors are the silicon and germanium. Silicon and germanium. Again, the semiconductors are classified into the two types. One is the semiconductors are classified into two types. One is P-type semiconductors and N-type semiconductors. The pure semiconductors are intrinsic semiconductor, and the adding impurities to enhance the conductivity of the materials. We are adding impurities. The process of adding impurities is called the doping. So the extrinsic semiconductors are classified into two types, P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor. If we are adding the trivalent impurities, then this material we call as a P-type semiconductors, which will create the number of free holes. And N-type semiconductors means by adding the pentavalent impurities like phosphorus, then the type of material we call as a N-type semiconductors, which creates number of electrons. It has negative charge, that's why N-type semiconductor. The holes are the positive charge, that's why we call it as a P-type semiconductors. Now, whenever we join these two types of materials, the diode will be formed. That's why we have to know the what is semiconductor and what is the P-type semiconductors and what is the N-type semiconductors. And now we'll see the what is diode and how it will be formation of the depletion region. Now this is the diode. Diode is a semiconductor device. It has two terminals. One is the anode and one is the cathode, and which is formed by combining the P-type semiconductor material and N-type semiconductor material joined together, which will forms the PN junction diode. The symbolic representation of the PN junction diode is this one. Anode is the one terminal and cathode is the other terminal. In practically it is available like this, and one white strip is there on the diode that will indicates the negative terminal of the diode. The opposite end we call it as a positive terminal of the diode. And this is the formation of depletion layer of the PN junction diode. Whenever we join the P-type semiconductor material and N-type semiconductor material, the P-type semiconductor materials has the majority charge carriers or the holes, and minority charge carriers are the electrons, and in n-type semiconductor the majority charge carriers are the electrons and minority charge carriers are the holes, and the negative charge encircled with the circle that we called as a acceptor ions, that is the trivalent impurities. The positive encircled with circle we called as a pentavalent impurities, which is called the donor atoms. Whenever we join together, diffusion takes place. What is diffusion means? The majority charge carriers are holes in the p type that will be moves from higher concentration to the lower concentration, means holes are moves from p side to the n side. Similarly, in n type semiconductors, the majority charge carriers are the electrons that will moves from n side to the p side. Whenever the moving of charge carriers from one side to the other side, at the junction the recombination will be takes place, and the immobile charge carriers are formed either junction of the two sides. One is the negative side and one is the positive side. Positive side is the acts like a positive potential, and negative is acts like a negative potential. The potential difference is the electric field. With this region which covered with these immobile ions, that is the acceptor ions and donor ions, we call it as a depletion layer. The width of the depletion layer depends upon the charge carriers which are available in p type and n type, and that has potential inbuilt, that is the barrier potential. It acts like a barrier potential which does not allow the flow of charge carriers moves from one side to the other side, and this is the potential difference. We can call it as a barrier potential because the potential inbuilt in the acts like a barrier, so that's why it is called barrier potential. And after formation of the diode, now biasing conditions of the diode. So biasing is nothing but applying of external force to the diode is called the biasing. They have been depends upon the applying of the voltage. The biasing conditions are the three types. One is the no bias condition, one is forward bias condition, and a reverse bias condition. No bias condition is nothing but we are not applying any external forces or external supply voltages to the diode. That is called the no bias condition. Simply depletion region will be formed. And forward bias is nothing but the diode positive terminal is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. The diode negative terminal is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. That connection we call it as a forward bias mode. And next one is the reverse bias mode. The positive terminal of the diode is connected to negative terminal of the battery. The negative terminal of the diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. That we call it as a reverse bias. And this is the no bias. We are not applying any external voltage. Simply we are joining p-type material and n-type semiconductor materials together. Then immobile charge carriers are formed, immobile ions are formed across the junction like layers. This will act as a potential barrier, and the width which covered with the immobile ions, that is acceptors and donors ions, are called the depletion region. And the second method is the forward bias condition. Here we can observe that the diode, the positive terminal is connected to positive terminal of the supply and negative terminal is connected to the negative terminal of the supply. Then this is the forward bias condition of the diode. As we increases this voltage, the depletion region width will be decreases and it offers very less resistance. Then at some voltage, that is the barrier voltage, the total depletion region will vanishes and the maximum charge carriers will flows from one side to the other side, and maximum amount of the current will be flows, and it acts like a on switch. So diode acts like a on switch, and these are the VI characteristics of the diode. Here we can observe this is the p-type material and this is the n-type material. Whenever we are applying voltage 0 volt, 0.1 to up to 0.6, the width of the depletion layer starts decreasing. At the voltage barrier potential, that is for silicon is 0.7, for germanium is the 0.3. If for 0.6 reaches, it starts conducting and the depletion region vanishes, the maximum current will be flows. And here we can observe these orange dots will indicate the electrons flow and the black dots will indicate the holes flow. Always holes direction and electrons directions are in opposite direction. The hole direction will indicate the current flow direction of the diode, and this is the positive characteristics or VI characteristics in forward bias condition. This is the voltage and the current, the milliamperes of the current will be flows. That is, after the barrier voltage, the current starts increasing exponentially. And if we see the third case, that is the reverse bias condition. As I told, the reverse bias is nothing but the positive terminal of the battery is connected to the negative terminal of the diode, and the negative terminal of the battery is connected to the positive of the diode. Then this connection we call as a reverse bias condition. What happens in reverse bias condition means, here this is the P type and N type, we are applying the negative voltage, that is the reverse voltage. As we increases reverse voltage -1, -2 like that, the depletion region we can observe here, this will be increases at -1 volts, this is somewhat, and -2 volts, that will be increases more. So like that depletion region will be increases, then it acts like a barrier. It does not allows the flow of majority charge carriers from one place to the other place or one side to the other side. Then there is a small amount of current will be flows, but that current is due to the flow of minority charge carriers. P-type material has electrons, minority charge carriers, and N-type material has holes are the minority charge carriers. That will not affect the majority charge carriers, current will not flows, that is the diffusion current, but drift current will be flows. What is drift current means? That is the flow of minority charge carriers which is available in the P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor. That current value in the range of microamperes or nanoamperes, that's why up to here the current will in the range of microamperes only. And if we are increasing the voltage further and more due to this negative voltage, the collision of covalent bonds will takes place. Then number of charge carriers will be increases, that will makes the diode enter into the breakdown region. That breakdown region we call it as a Zener breakdown region, and the current flows into the reverse bias is the reverse saturation current. Whenever it reaches the breakdown region, the current increases rapidly. And next, the operation of the VI characteristics of the junction diode in positive, that is the forward bias direction, and this is the diode positive terminal and this is the diode negative terminal. These are the forward bias characteristics. Up to here small amount of current will be flows. Whenever it reaches the barrier potential or cut-in voltage, then the current increases exponentially. The curve is the non-linear curve or non-linear characteristics, and diode in the VI characteristics of diode in the reverse bias condition, and this is the reverse bias condition. This is also non-linear characteristics. Whenever the diode operates in reverse bias, small amount of current will be flows, that is in the microamperes or nanoamperes. Whenever it will reaches the breakdown region, the current increases rapidly, and that region we call it as a breakdown region. So based on the applying of voltage, the diode is operates in the three regions. One is the forward region, and second one is the reverse region, that is the reverse bias region, and third one is the breakdown region. What is mean by forward region? Forward region is nothing but as the voltage increases, whenever it reaches the cut-in voltage of the diode, then the diode starts conducting, it acts like a on switch, and the current will increases exponentially. In reverse bias diode, that we are applying the reverse voltage, there is a negative voltage, then there is no flow of current due to the majority charge carriers, but small amount of current will be flows through the diode, that is in the form of microamperes and nanoamperes, and that is the region we call it as a reverse bias region. Whenever we are increasing negative voltage further, then it will enters into the breakdown region. Breakdown region is nothing but the current will get sharply, drastically increases. So that region we called it as a breakdown region. And we'll see the few of the applications of the diode. And the first application of the diode is the rectification. In power supplies, we are using the diode as a rectifier, that is which converts the alternating currents into the direct current. And the next application is the switching applications. In electrical switches, the diode acts like a switch, that is on switch and off switch. In forward bias condition, it acts like a on switch. In reverse bias condition, it acts like a off switch. And voltage regulation. Voltage regulation means maintaining of the output voltage constant. That purpose we are using diode in voltage regulator circuits. And next one is the photovoltaic cells. Photovoltaic cells is nothing but solar cells which converts one energy into the other energy, that is which converts the light energy into the electrical energy. And the next application of the diode is the light emitting diode or lasers or in light emissions. That means which converts the light energy into the electrical energy. And the diode is used in some circuits to protect the circuits from the over voltages or surge voltages. This is about the diode applications. We have many applications in the diode. Now we'll see the with animation video. The diode has a two-terminal device. It acts like a The diode is a two-terminal device which acts like a switch in forward bias condition and off switch in reverse bias condition. And whenever we are on switch, off switch, it protects the flow of the current in the diodes and which converts the alternating current into the direct current. Like LEDs will glow and it is used as a regulators. So diode is used in the plumbing system to check the valve, that is in forward direction it will allows the water and in reverse condition it will stops the flow of water. Similarly in switches also it acts like a flows the current in forward direction, it stops the current in the reverse bias direction. So like this we can use it as a switches or in some other applications. It has many applications to convert bidirectional current into the unidirectional current also. And the diodes has the crucial applications, that is normally the diode is made up of with the semiconductor materials, that is silicon and germanium. Whenever we are using semiconductor, we can use as a conductor as well as insulator. At room temperature it acts like a insulator. So to enhance the conductivity of the semiconductor, we are adding impurities. The process is called the doping. If we are injecting the pentavalent impurities, then it will forms the N-type semiconductor which creates the free electrons. It has the negative charges and the material we called as N-type semiconductor. If we are injecting the trivalent impurities, then which creates the number of holes and the material we call it as a P-type semiconductor. Like this P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductors are formed that are used to form the PN junction diode. Whenever we join the P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor together, it will forms the junction, and that junction is the where these two materials meet each other. And whenever we are joining together, diffusion takes place, that is the majority charge carriers flows from one side to the other side. Similarly, positive to negative and negative to positive side, diffusion current will be takes place, and that forms the layer of the positive and negative immobile ions across the junction. This acts like a barrier. It provides the potential. That potential we call it as a barrier potential, that is for silicon that is 0.7 volts and for germanium that is the 0.3 volts. Whenever we acting as a switch forward bias, the depletion layer will be decreases. If we are using in reverse bias, the depletion layer will be increases and forward bias depletion layer will be decreases. Like that we can use as a gatekeeper also. Now the diode increases the depletion region in reverse bias condition. If you are operating in the forward bias, the positive terminal of the diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and negative terminal of the diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Then it starts the decreasing of depletion region, and the diffusion current will be takes place by charging flow of the majority charge carriers from P side to the N side and N side to the P side. At the 0.7 or 0.6 volts, total depletion region vanishes. It is fully conducted and the LED will be on, and it offers the small resistance. This acts like a on switch. If you are changing the battery connection, this is operates in the reverse bias condition. That means positive terminal of the diode is connected to the negative terminal and negative terminal of the p-type is connected to the positive terminal. Then the depletion region will be increases and it offers high resistance, then it won't allow the flow of current. Like that we can use as a diode in the rectifiers as a conversion of alternating current into the direct current. So like this we have so many applications of the diode in the electronics. Now like this we can use diode as a rectifiers, that is which converts the analog current into the direct current, that is alternating current into the direct current. In practical applications we can use diode as a switch, that is on condition switch and off condition switch. We'll see the how diode acts as a on switch and how we are taking the readings and how we will calculate the resistances by seeing the diode on condition forward bias as well as off condition in reverse bias. We already know. Now what is the symbolic representation of the diode? This is the symbolic representation of the diode. It has two terminals. One is the positive as well as one is the negative. That is the positive terminal we call it as the anode and negative terminal we call it as a cathode. So how we can use diode acts as a switch means first we need to operate this in forward bias condition to act as a on switch, and the diode is used as a reverse bias condition to act like a off switch. The on switch offers the low resistance and the off switch offers the high resistance. In on switch, so we have to take one diode and we are connecting to the resistance, and forward bias is nothing but what the positive terminal of the diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and negative terminal of the diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and this is the resistance. Then due to this forward bias condition, the maximum current will be flows, that is the diffusion current. Diffusion current is nothing but the current flows due to the majority charge carriers. That current we call it as a IS, that is the saturation current or diffusion current. Then what is IS? If you are applying the input voltage Vi, I am using the diode which is made up of with the silicon. And what is the barrier voltage for the silicon? That is 0.6 or 0.7 volts, approximately equal to 0.6 or 0.7 volts. So we are varying the input voltage until to get the 0.6 volts. There is no flow of current into the diode. Whenever it will reaches the, that is Vi is greater than the 0.6 volts, then the diode starts conducting and which operates in the forward bias like a on switch, and maximum current will be flows through the diode, then it acts like a closed switch. Okay. Now if we see the characteristics, Vi characteristics, and this is the voltage, forward voltage, sorry, this is the forward voltage and this is the forward current IF. So forward current in the milliamps. So I am taking varying the forward voltage, that is the battery voltage. So for at the 0.6 volts, that is the VB, the current is very small. After that the current will be increases. Now this acts like a on switch. And what is the resistance? Which is very small resistance offered by the diode, that is voltage by current. So that is the diode voltage by current, that which is flows into the forward bias direction. And similarly in reverse bias direction we are changing the diode connection and we are connecting to the negative terminal of the battery to positive terminal, as well as positive terminal of the diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and we are varying the voltage. Now that voltage is the V reverse voltage. Then the depletion region will be increases as we increases the reverse bias voltage, then it acts like a off switch which does not allows the flow of current, but it will allows the flow of current, that is the due to minority charge carriers. That current we call it as a reverse saturation current I naught, that is represented with the I naught, that value in the range of microamperes or nanoamperes. Okay, now as we changes the reverse voltage, okay, and as we changes the reverse voltage, it will changes the like this. I am taking in this reverse bias, so that is the voltage V reverse and the current is the VIR, that is in microamperes. The small amount of current flows due to the minority charge carriers. Whenever the breakdown will occurs, then the current will be increases rapidly. That is called the breakdown voltage. The breakdown occurs due to the collision of the atoms. While we are increasing the reverse voltage, then the collides, the covalent bonds collides, and which generates the more number of charge carriers, that will gives the sudden rise in the current in reverse bias region. Now if we can see, this is the forward bias region and this is the reverse bias region and the breakdown region. So, based on the operating voltage, the diode regions are classified into three types. One is the forward bias region. It acts like a on switch. It offers very small resistance, and in reverse bias, it acts like a off switch. It offers the high resistance. That resistance value in the resistance value is in the value of mega ohms. Okay, and the depletion region widens. It will not allows the flow of current through it. Like that, this operates in the reverse bias, and if we are increasing the further reverse voltage, then breakdown will be occurs. Then that is the breakdown region. Like that, the diode operates in the three regions based on applying of the input voltage, that is forward bias region, reverse bias region and breakdown region. And the diode has many applications like in switches and in power supplies and in lasers and LEDs, as well as the in electronic equipments. And in the, if you are using the diode as a rectifier, first we need to convert the alternating current into the direct current. So alternating current means which consists of the both positive and negative values. For positive values of the supply voltage, that diode is in the on condition. It acts like a closed switch which will allows the flow of the positive pulses. During the negative pulse of the input signal, the diode is in the off condition. It acts like a off switch. It won't allow the flow of pulses. Then we will get the at the end of the output, that is the pulsating DC, means which consists of only positive pulses. This is the important property of the diode, that is unidirectional conduction. That means which allows the flow of only unidirectional pulses. And the one more application is the in logic gates, in clippers, in clampers also we are using diode as a switch, which is used to clip the waveforms in clippers. That is, we can clip the positive or negative side by conducting of diode in on condition and off condition. And we can use the in clampers. In clampers we are shifting the signals to the either positive side or negative side by based on the diode direction. We can move the signal without changing any shape, that is called clampers. So like that, in clippers, clampers, in electrical switches and in rectifiers, in lasers and LEDs, in light emissions and also in voltage protection circuits also we are using to protect the any circuit from the higher voltages or surge voltages. There also we are using the diodes. And in the LEDs we are using the diodes like a solar panel. That means which converts the light emit into the, which emits the light, that is the, it takes the electrical energy and the diode is in on condition, but it will gives the radiation in the form of light, that is UV radiation. So it emits the lights. So orally which converts the light energy, which converts the electrical energy into light energy under the forward bias condition. And we can use also photodiode also. Photodiode means which converts the light energy into the electrical energy, which takes the light and it converts into the electrical energy, that is in the form of voltages. And it operates in the reverse bias direction in the photodiodes. And also we can use in solar cells. Solar cell is nothing but this operates on the photovoltaic effect. That means it will takes the energy from the sun, that is light energy, and which converts into the voltages 0.3 or 0.4, 0.7, like that the voltages it will generates based on the material we are using. So like this, the diode is the very important factor that will gives the, that is used in many applications, and it has many advantages as well as it has many crucial applications in the electronics. Thank you.